Picture a life where every choice aligns perfectly, a dream job and a loving partner. For one individual in Vancouver, Canada, this dream seemed to be reality. But as the seemingly perfect life of Manjit Panghali began to unravel, it led to a shocking revelation that would grip the entire nation. Manjit Panghali, who lived in Vancouver, Canada, led a life that seemed idyllic, but her tragic end in October 2006 shook the entire nation. On October 18, 2006, news surfaced about her disappearance. Just 5 days later, on October 23rd, her charred body was found on a beach shore. Upon this discovery, the police quickly reached the crime scene and informed Manjit's in-laws. The news spread rapidly in Vancouver that a partially burnt woman's body had been found on the beach. Manjit's family was devastated and confused as to why anyone would harm her, as she was known for her friendly demeanor and constant smile. Months of investigation finally revealed the true identity of Manjit's killer, which shocked her family deeply. To understand how Manjit disappeared, who killed her, and the manner of her death, we need to delve into her background. Manjit was a Canadian resident of Indian origin, living in Vancouver, British Columbia, with her husband, Manjit Panghali, and their 3-year-old daughter, Maya. Her family had moved to Canada seeking a better life, working hard to provide every possible happiness for their children. Manjit enjoyed a happy childhood and dreamed of becoming a teacher. She pursued her education at university and met Manjit during this time. Both Manjit and Manjit's families were originally from India, and he had come to Canada to pursue a teaching career. Manjit described Manjit as a cheerful person, which led her to develop feelings for him. Their university meetings blossomed into love, and they eventually decided to marry. Both families were pleased and supported their union, seeing Manjit as a responsible man who would keep Manjit happy. Manjit and Manjit married in 1997 and were perceived as a perfect, cheerful couple by their families and friends. However, a few years into their marriage, Manjit's true nature emerged. He held conservative beliefs and expected Manjit to serve him, with meals ready upon his return from work. This mindset troubled Manjit, who was determined and hard-working. She had never imagined Manjit's mindset would be so traditional and patriarchal. When Manjit confided in her sisters and friends about her marital difficulties, they assured her these were common in the early stages of marriage and advised patience. Hoping for a happier future, Manjit put the matter aside. In 2003, 6 years after their marriage, Manjit gave birth to their daughter, Maya. This brought immense joy to both Manjit and Manjit, who loved spending time with his daughter. For a while, it seemed like the difficulties in their marriage had ended. However, after Maya's birth, Manjit's drinking increased. He often stayed out late and expected dinner upon his return, which left Manjit feeling unsupported and neglected. This led her to depression, as the dreams she had for her life began to shatter. Despite her challenges, Manjit stayed with Manjit for 3 more years, hoping for better days. In 2006, she planned for a second child, hoping to bring happiness back into their home. Although daily arguments made this seem unlikely, Manjit soon became pregnant again, and Manjit initially appeared happy and supportive. Unfortunately, this happiness was short-lived. On October 18, 2006, Manjit left for her prenatal yoga class, but did not return. The next day, Manjit called her family to inform them that she had been missing since the previous evening. This worried her family, who then called her sister Jasmine and friends, but no one had seen her. Given the arguments between Manjit and Manjit, everyone initially thought she might have gone to a hotel or a friend's house, as she sometimes did, but this time she left Maya at home, which was unusual and alarming. After a whole day without any news of Manjit, her family suspected something serious had happened. Manjit lodged a missing person complaint on October 19th. The police traced phone calls of all household members, but found no significant information. By October 23rd, when Manjit had been missing for 5 days, the police informed her family that a charred body had been found on the shore of South Delta. The family identified it as Manjit's. The post-mortem revealed that Manjit was pregnant with a girl. Her family was heartbroken, wondering why anyone would commit such a heinous act. The report also indicated that she had been strangled before being burnt. The police found her car parked some distance from where her body was discovered, with no signs of forced entry or struggle. Initially, the police suspected someone familiar with Manjit. They first questioned Mukhar, who suggested that Manjit had been in regular contact with a college friend, Tony, and even went to dinners with him. Upon investigating Tony, the police found no evidence of an affair or any ill intentions towards Manjit, clearing him as a suspect. The police then focused on Mukhar again. During further interrogation, it emerged that Manjit's relationship with Mukhar had deteriorated early on, especially after her first pregnancy. Mukhar's increasing alcohol consumption and the influence of his brother, Sukender, had worsened their marriage. Sukender lived in their basement, but was asked to leave at Manjit's insistence, causing further strain. Despite these revelations, there wasn't enough solid evidence to make Mukhar the prime suspect. However, the police re-examined all evidence, finding inconsistencies in Mukhar's statements. For example, the driver's seat in Manjit's car was pushed far back, suggesting she hadn't driven it herself. Mukhar's statement about the location of Manjit's prenatal classes also proved false, as the actual classes were 15 miles away from where her body was found. Tracking Mukhar's phone records and location showed he had used Manjit's cell phone, inserting his own SIM card. This indicated that Manjit had been at their home on the evening of October 18th. Further solid evidence emerged from CCTV footage, showing Mukhar buying a lighter and an old newspaper from a nearby gas station, raising questions since he did not smoke. Finally, the police arrested Mukhar on March 12, 2006. Under intense interrogation, he eventually confessed to the murder, explaining that an argument had escalated, leading him to strangle Manjit. He then took her body to South Delta and set it on fire to eliminate evidence. The case concluded in November 2010, when Mukhar was found guilty of second-degree murder. Both families then fought for custody of Maya, with Manjit's sister Jasmine ultimately gaining full custody. In February 2011, Mukhar was sentenced to life imprisonment. Manjit's diary and letters, disclosed publicly in December 2010, revealed her struggle with depression and efforts to save her marriage. Manjit's family expressed their heartbreak and devastation over losing not just Manjit, but also the child she was carrying. The loss of a mother, sister, or daughter leaves an irreplaceable void. However, this story carries a glimmer of hope. Mukhtiar was ordered to pay $600,000 to his daughter Maya. By 2016, Maya was living with her aunt, Jasmine Pambra, and was preparing for high school. As you can see in this picture, Maya has moved on and is building a hopeful, prosperous life. Press reader published interview with Jasmine. Here is what she said in the interview. "If I was going to raise her as my daughter, I wanted her to think of me as her mum, and that is why I gave her the choice. If you feel ready, and if you feel like you want to call me mum, just call me mum, and she did it on her own timing," she further states. "Things are much better than where I thought they would be from where I was 10 years ago. We think it's the end. It's no, the end. It's the beginning of a whole new, beautiful story." I will add the link to the article in the description. The tragic end of Manjit Panghali's life serves as a stark reminder of the dark side that can lurk beneath a seemingly perfect facade. Alcohol abuse is often a common thread in cases of domestic violence, exacerbating tensions and leading to unthinkable actions. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, don't wait for things to change. Leave before it's too late. And if a friend or family member confides in you about their suffering, don't brush it off. Offer your support and help them find a way out. Manjit's story teaches us the importance of recognizing the signs and taking action before it's too late. If you appreciate our efforts, please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Thank you.